Conditional formatting is a very useful tool in MS Excel that we can use for different purposes. I have gathered 5 advanced usages of conditional formatting, and in this video I'll show you how you can format your data based on your specific requirements. As you can see on my screen, there are different sheets. The first one is format cells. We have a sales data set. If we click on table design, we have the table name as table 1. So you want to format some rows based on specific criteria. And the question that we have been given is that format those rows where the sale is more than 9,000. So this sales column values, we need to format only those rows where the sales is more than 9,000, like this 9,090, 9079, and so on. For that, let's select all the columns. Make sure to select only the table's data. Do not select columns like this because it will create problems in the conditional formatting. So to select all the columns of the table only, we need to go to this ID field, which is the leftmost column in this table. You will have an arrow like that you can see. We need to click on this ID here. It will select all the data of the table only. It will not select all the columns of this sheet. It will only select the data. You can see that the rest of the cells are not selected and only the table data is selected. So now let's go to the Home tab, click on Conditional Formatting, click on New Rule, click on Use a Formula to determine which cells to format. Here we will add the formula based on the sales column. So let me select the first sales value, that will be D2. Make sure to remove the $sign before 2 because we want to apply this to all rows. We should not remove the $sign before D because the column is fixed but only the row is changing. So you can say that you want to format only those rows where the D2 value or the D3 value or any value in the D column is greater than 9,000, like this. If that is the case, then you want to format this like this. Go to Fill, select this green color from here, then go to Font, click on Bold, select the color as this dark green, and that's it. Click on OK, click OK again, and that's it. And we can see that the rows that meet the criteria have been highlighted like this. If we scroll down, all the rows that meet the criteria have been highlighted. So this was the first example of conditional formatting. Let's now go to the format dates sheet, and here we have been asked that so format the last quarter sales. For that, again, let's select this entire table data. On conditional formatting, go to New Rule, select Use a Formula to determine which cells to format, and here we want to add 2 conditions. The conditions will be like this, that the date value should be greater than or equal to the first date of October, and the date value should be less than or equal to the last date of December 2023. So let's add 2 conditions. For adding 2 conditions, we use AND function, open parentheses, and let's select the first value of the date column. Again, we need to remove the $sign from 2. The date should be greater than or equal to the first day of October 2023. So that will be 2023. October is 10 and the day is 1, like this. This is the first condition, comma. Now in the second condition, we again need to select the first date value and remove the $sign from 2, and this should be less than or equal to the last date of that year, date 2023, 12, 31. That is the last date of 2023. Now let's close parentheses for this date function, close parentheses for this AND function, and now let's format cells based on this criteria. Click Format, click Fill, and in the Fill section I want to select this color as the background. Click OK, click OK again, and now all those records which are in the given range have been highlighted like this. Let's now move to the third one, which is format products, and the question is format those records where the sales of apples are more than 5,000. So there are 2 criteria. We need to format those records where the sales of apples are more than 5,000. So first, in the products it should be apple, and in the sales it should be more than 5,000. These 2 criteria should be met, and then we need to highlight those rows. So again, let's select this entire table data, select, click on Conditional Formatting, New Rule, click on Use a Formula to determine which cells to format, and the formula again has two conditions. So as you know that we need to use the AND function. So the first condition will be to select this first value of B column, which is the product, and again remove $sign from 2. This should be equal to Apple. This is the first condition, comma. For the second condition, you can select the sales column and this should be more than 5,000. Remove $sign from 2 and add the condition as this should be greater than 5,000. That's it. Close parentheses and let's format this. Let's give it a green color as the background and click OK. Click OK. And that's it. It has formatted all those records where the product is Apple and the sales is more than 5,000. If we scroll down, you can see that all those rows which meet the criteria have been highlighted for us. And in the fourth example, we have been tasked to format top 5 sales in the data set. So this is a little bit tricky, but again we can do it very simply. Select the entire table data, click on conditional formatting, new rule, click on use a formula to determine which cells to format, and the formula this time will be equals. Click on the first value of sales and this should be greater than or equal to the top 5 sales. How to get the top 5 sales? That we can use the large function, and here we can select the entire column's data like this, which will be D2 to D357, comma, we need top 5 sales, so we will give it 5, close parentheses for the large function, and now let's give it a format. The format will be, let's select this blue color, click OK, click OK again. Let's see if it has formatted the top 5 sales or not. If we scroll down a bit, you can see that row number 48 with orange has been highlighted, which is in the top 5 sales. Row number 61 is also highlighted. If you want to see all these rows at once, we can click on any of the cells, right click and go to filter based on selected cells color, and now we will be able to see only the top 5 cells here. These are the top 5 sales that we have in this data set. Let's now go to the last example, and we have been tasked here to format records where the sales are more than the average sales. So here we have been asked to format all those rows where the sales amount is more than the average sales amount. It looks a little bit tricky, but we can do it simply and easily. Let's select the entire table's data, go to conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula to determine which cells to format, and here let's give it a formula equals the first value of the sales column, and this should be greater than the average of the entire sales column values. Let's select the entire sales column from the table. Remember, do not click on this D because it will select the entire sheets column. We only need to select the entire tables column like this. It will give us this range, close parentheses for the average function. And now let's give it a simple format that will be this greenish color. Click OK and click OK again. Now we can see that it has formatted all those rows where the sales amount is more than the average sales amount. That's it. We have completed all the tasks for conditional formatting in this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave your comments in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.